All right, here's one that I think is really, really hard. And I'm saying most people will never get this down. And I will also say that part of the problem I think we will lay at the feet of the coaching industry. But I'm going to say that you probably sound too scripted, too robotic, too much like you're going through a checklist in your coaching conversations. And one of the big reasons is after you do a coaching certification or coaching training, you see all these things and right, like what stage of behavior change are they in, and how do I identify their motivation and their confidence and set up accountability and do all these things. And there's all these things in your mind that you want to check off your checklist when you're in a coaching conversation. But the biggest problem and the biggest challenge I see for a lot of my coaches is that they sound too scripted. That when I'm listening to them or in meetings with them, they're just kind of trying to find the flow and follow the flow that they're comfortable in, that they think is going to result in behavior change. And the reality is, people will come back and people will continue to engage with you if it's just a conversation. And to that end, I actually don't care if you check off all the things that make a great coaching call, right? If a person enjoys that, let's call it 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe sometimes I've gone a couple hours or even a few hours with people, right? As long as they don't feel like you're talking down to them and you are just spending all the time talking, as long as they feel like there's a dialogue and that it's a natural flow, they will feel like it's just a conversation. Right? And the only thing that might distinguish that it's not just a regular conversation is the bill at the end of it. But what people want to do is just connect with people and feel like it's natural. And most people will have that innate ability. But when we layer on our coaching training, for some reason, we get bottled up and we get really stiff about it. And we kind of ask questions really slowly. We're not asking things off the cuff because we're wondering, hey, can I phrase this without using the word why? If someone says, hey, I want to get a boat, normally you'd be like, why do you want a boat? But now you're saying, oh, well, in coaching training, we were taught not to say why because it sounds judgmental. So I'm going to rephrase that to, what about owning a boat is interesting to you, right? Stop doing that. Just be yourself. Let your personality come out. Just have the conversation. And as I was saying, to be really honest, if we don't get to all the coaching elements, I actually care less about that. My primary goal in each of those meetings is to create value then and to create enough value that they want to come back and have another conversation. Because if we don't have an opportunity to connect again, I'm not going to be able to help them continue to move forward. So there's no point in making it feel scripted and checking off a lot of things if they're not going to come back, because then we have just stopped, right? So the big thing is, what do I have to do to keep this relationship going in a healthy way? If they don't need me, I'm really happy to have them graduate out to someone who's maybe a professional who needs to manage their assets. Maybe we go into a low cadence mode and maybe just connect more infrequently, or maybe just digitally, whatever it is. But ideally, what I want to do is make sure that they want to come back, right? And so you should be more conversational in your discussions and enjoying it and making it fun and giving them a reason to come back for more. That's it.